welcome to The Art of Baking with Miss Henrietta Relaford Weaver.
Hi, my name is Henrietta Relaford Weaver, and if you get one of my cookbooks, in that cookbook will explain those three names and where they came from. Today, I'm doing one of my famous recipes from my cookbook, Romancing Your Cakes. The name of this recipe is Henrietta's Key Lime Chocolate Rum Cake. And the reason I came up with this cake is the years I spent in Key West, when people came to Key West, they looked for two things. Number one was rum, and number two was key lime products, because Key West is known for its many different key lime products. Now today, this is a very easy cake to put together. We're having company, and we don't have the time, perhaps, to sift your flour, do egg one at a time. This cake is a very good cake, and it's done with a cake mix, your own cake mix that you like, your favorite chocolate cake mix. Now I'm going to set my oven. I'm going to preheat my oven to 325. Get it straight here, 325. And while that's preheating, we're going to take a break. And when we get back, I'm going to put all of these ingredients together and see the beautiful creation of art that you can do in your own kitchen. Be back in a few minutes. Okay, we're back. And as I mentioned in a few of my other episodes, I mentioned to always check your recipe, no matter how well you think you know your cake. And this, we first have 2 packages of my favorite chocolate cake mix. And as I say, you can use your favorite chocolate cake mix. I'm putting in the bowl 1 package. And the reason, now if you read my cookbook, you will see this recipe. Well, when I get to the pan, I'll explain to you why I'm doing this a little bit different today. That's 2 packages of cake mix. In that, I need 2 1/4 cups of buttermilk. That's 1, 2, and 1/4 of buttermilk. No, I'm sorry, 2 1/2. So 1/4 and 1/4 is a half. So I just add another 1/4 to that. We need 1 cup of vegetable oil. That's 1 full cup of vegetable oil. Now, if you notice, I'm putting all ingredients in at one time, and that was 6 eggs I just put in there. In this recipe, you can add all of your ingredients at one time, put your beater in, and get this beating. I'm going to stop my mixer. As I always say, in every cake I make, stop your mixer, scrape the bowls, so we won't have any lumps or anything sticking to the sides or the bottom of the bowl. We want to make sure all of the mix get mixed very well. Sounds like my oven is ready back there. We're going to put this back on, continue mixing. And we're going to add 1/2 cup of dark rum to this mixture. Now this dark rum is not, it's strong to me because I don't drink, but it's not a really strong rum like my white rum. So I can put 1/4 cup. Now, this is aromatic bitters. This is a liquid used for making chocolate cakes, fruit cakes. This really brings out the flavors in your cake. And also, I believe this is also made with a little alcohol, but we're going to just put a few drops or squirts in there. And it does make this cake taste, gives it just the right flavor. Now this cake, I'm going to mix this cake. It's mixing up. While that's mixing, this is the pan we use, a bundt pan. And again, we're going to spray this pan very good. Of course, some recipes call for, say, in my book, grease and flour your pan. Now, when we come back, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to get this cake in this pan and in the oven and see what a beautiful creation of artwork you can do in your own kitchen. Be back in a few minutes. Okay, we're back and the batter is finished mixing. I'm going to remove it. Okay. Scrape our I'm going to get all of this off as much as I possibly can, because I'm still remembering Mama and Grandmama. Don't forget to get all that batter off that beater and out of those pans. Okay, out of the cake bowl. Okay, now remember I told you I will explain to you about my pans. When you get my cookbook, this batter fills a 9 by 13-inch sheet pan. That's if you're having a party and you need to serve more people, that's fine. But this is also another way you can do this cake. Put it in a bundt pan. And you see the rest of this batter? We can do something wonderful with this batter, and I'm going to make cupcakes. And it's Halloween time, so we're going to make some beautiful Halloween cupcakes. Okay, I'm going to bang this cake to get all the air bubbles out. Do you hear that? Or you can knock on the bottom of it, but get the air bubbles out. Okay, my cake is in the oven, looking good. I'm going to set my timer for 45 minutes. In my book, it probably says something of 30 to 40 minutes, but I'm going to set it at 45, and then I'll check my cake. As I said before, I give you a temperature to start with. Your oven may be hotter than my oven or colder, so you adjust your oven. Now I'm going to show you what else we can do with this leftover batter. We are in Halloween season, and we're going to make some cupcakes. So we got to scoop it out, just place it in the cupcake liner. And now, this could be for children, but since it's a chocolate cake with rum in it, we better use this for an adult party. They would love it. So here we go. This is a great. So, you know, if you want, like I said, if you want to use the full batter in my book, this is a great idea. And if you don't have a particular holiday that's going on, you know, you can bake up these cupcakes, put them in freezer Ziploc bags, and they freeze quite well. And anytime you're having company over or you need something sweet, pull them out the freezer and frost them. Okay, we're back. I've already started my glaze for this cake. And as you can see, let me tell you, it is 1 stick of butter, 1 cup of sugar, and a 1/4 cup of key lime juice. All goes in the pot. Turn it to a medium high and bring it to a boil. And it is boiling now. And I want you to see the beautiful, you see those bubbles? This is when you can tell that this glaze is ready, because it has boiled up to a nice, beautiful thickness and with butter. When that gets to look like that, we remove it from the heat. 1/4 cup of rum, dark rum. Add this very slow. And if you look in the pot, you can see that the rum is causing this glaze to bubble up. It smells very good. Look at that. That's a beautiful glaze, a really beautiful glaze. Now it takes time for my cake to cook and cool down, but I'm going to tell you, I already have a cake that have been cooled and glazed. All we need to do with this cake is garnish this cake. And I love, you know, chocolate and raspberry is very good. So I have some nice beautiful raspberries that I'm going to just kind of throw around this cake on my beautiful cake plate. You just put it all around. You can even, if it stays up there, put some on the top. You can do what you want to do to garnish this beautiful cake with. Chocolate and raspberry. Doesn't that sound good? It's not only sound good, it is also good. Uh-oh, my raspberries, I need every one of you. Don't run away from me. So we put it all around here. And boy, doesn't that look delicious. Very, very good. Okay. Now, I'm going to see who wants to try some of my chocolate key lime cake. I've got to get a knife. Let me find my knife over here. I've got one right here. And when we come back, I'm going to slice this delicious cake and share it with a friend that just came in. And I'll let her tell you how good it is. Be back in a few minutes. And we're back. Now I have some company. This is Miss Carrie, a very good friend of the family for years. And this is my Aunt Barney's. A lot of people call her Bernice, but her name is Aunt Barney's. Now, one of my grandmothers who taught me something in baking was her mother, Grandma Coatney. And in my cookbook, you can read all about Grandma Coatney. And while they're tasting my cake, I want to show you my beautiful cupcakes. This is, remember the leftover batter that I was showing you? This is some of the batter. It's a chocolate frosting. Now this we cheated also because this is not a homemade frosting, but they do have wonderful frostings in the can in this store. And these are Halloween cupcakes with the things coming up out of the ground. And again, remember, this has to be for an adult party because this have rum in it. And I don't suggest you give it to your children. How is the cake going over here?
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
The taste is very good.
Good. Miss Carrie, you taste it?
Good cake. This is a flavor I haven't tasted. You know,
chocolate and rum.
Yes.
So chocolate, well, it's a key lime, rum, chocolate. Those are flavors that you taste in there. Key lime, chocolate, and rum.
That's good.
And with your raspberry.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good. I'm glad to be here.
Very good. Thank you for joining me again this week. And I'm glad you had a great time. At least I hope you had a great time with me in the kitchen. And I'll see you again. You have a wonderful, wonderful time in your kitchen. Eat cake and bake, bake, bake.